Albert Omondi Ojwang, a voice for the people.
The following account is based on publicly available reports, testimonies, and media coverage. All claims and events described are alleged, and individuals mentioned are presumed innocent unless proven guilty. In June 2025, a storm erupted on the streets of Kenya. Flags waved, tear gas filled the air, and thousands of young people marched, not for fame, not for politics, but for justice. Justice for a man they barely knew in life, but whose death shook an entire nation. His name, Albert Omondi Ojwang. Albert Ojwang was a 31-year-old teacher and blogger. Described as passionate, outspoken, and principled. He spent his days educating young minds and his nights writing scathing critiques of government, institutions, corruption, and police abuse. His blog, though modest in design, had started to gain traction among youth and activists. One of his final posts directly criticized Deputy Inspector General of Police, Noor Gabo. He alleged, emphasis on alleged, deep misconduct, including misuse of state funds and violent suppression of protests. That article would be his last. On June 6, police allegedly arrived at Albert's home in Kisumu. According to family and neighbors, he was taken without a warrant. He was allegedly held at Kondil police station. No charges were made public. Within 48 hours, Albert Ojwang was allegedly dead. Police claimed he hurt himself in custody. A suspicious claim, given the country's long, controversial history with police brutality. According to his brother, Albert was perfectly healthy when he was taken. 2 days later, they were told he had injured himself. The family refused to believe it. An independent autopsy allegedly confirmed what many feared: Albert had suffered severe trauma to the head, fractured ribs, and internal bleeding. There were no signs of self-harm. The report allegedly concluded blunt force trauma. This directly contradicted the police narrative. Outrage spread like wildfire. The Kenyan Gen Z community, already on edge over economic frustrations, poor leadership, and corruption, had finally reached a boiling point. What began as a local tragedy turned into a national uprising. Gen Z Kenyans, organized through X, formerly Twitter, TikTok, and Telegram, launched protests under the banner #OccupyParliament and #JusticeForAlbert. Their demands were clear: police accountability, the resignation of implicated officials, and reforms in governance. The government's response was swift and, according to reports, violent. At least 20 protesters were allegedly confirmed dead, over 500 injured. Hundreds more arrested. Human rights groups, including Amnesty Kenya, condemned the excessive force. Then, another name was added to the growing list of victims: Boniface Kariuki. A bystander. A fruit vendor. Allegedly shot at close range by police during a July 1 demonstration. He died from his wounds 3 days later. The government promised investigations. The officers involved were allegedly suspended, but trust was already shattered. Albert Ojwang's death was not the beginning, it was the trigger.